Is President Donald Trump being added to Mount Rushmore? Here's the truth. 5 months after the introduction of legislation to arrange for President Donald Trump's face to be added onto Mount Rushmore, the National Park Service weighed in to explain how it cannot be done. The National Park Service isn't rushing to add President Donald Trump's face on Mount Rushmore. While Trump has previously floated the idea of having his own visage be carved next to those of past presidents George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt and Abraham Lincoln on the South Dakota-based National Monument, the government agency says it cannot be done due to the lack of stable surfaces on the rock face. The carved portion of Mount Rushmore has been thoroughly evaluated, the Park Service told the New York Times in a statement published June 27. And there are no viable locations left for additional carvings. Paul Nelson, a geomechanical engineer who oversaw the rock block monitoring system on the memorial, agreed with the assessment, telling the outlet that it would be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to carve an additional face on Mount Rushmore due to existing fractures in the granite. One of the concerns about an additional face is that you could activate these fractures, he explained. If you remove material, you could be removing support. Moreover, experts believe that attaching a pre-carved face to the monument would also be next to impossible. As former superintendent of Mount Rushmore National Memorial Dan Wenk put it, they're fighting against the reality of the rock. But that's not for a lack of trying. After all, Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna did introduce legislation in January to have Trump's face carved onto Mount Rushmore. The proposal remains with the House Committee on Natural Resources, per the Congress official website. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum also pushed to have the POTUS face on Mount Rushmore, telling Fox News anchor and Trump's daughter-in-law Lara Trump in March without providing any backing evidence, "They certainly have room for it there."